Hello, it's Simbo here from Crystal Clear Gaming. Apologies if you've heard my commentary prior to this one. You would have noticed lots of pops and knocks throughout the commentary. That was because I'm really not all that up to speed with the setup for this microphone that I've got. It's a very basic one, but I think it should work well. It's just I'm not quite sure about the distances that are needed, the range, that sort of thing. So apologies for that. Anyway, moving straight on, this is Homefront. I recently got this game about a week ago. Been playing it a bit, played some campaign. I've actually completed the campaign, but I won't really talk a huge amount at the moment about that. Specifically, I want to have a look into the multiplayer with everyone. This map, it's called The Farm. It's one map out of 7 that's in the whole game, so unfortunately you don't actually have that many maps, but I'm hoping at least that they will release some sort of DLC at some stage with new additions. The maps themselves are actually rather large, so on the face of it you think, oh my god, 7 maps, that's not much, that's poor, everything, blah blah blah. Well, they probably did actually take quite a bit of time to develop because they are actually rather large. So for a team deathmatch anyway on this game, you have 24 players, so you have to have large maps really, and you can see just from the scale of that zoom in there that it's pretty big. Anyway, a few days ago I had a look on play.com, just checking out some of the reviews on there, and unfortunately this game only got something like 2.5 stars out of 5, which is really poor. Generally speaking, I think when I checked out some of the reviews, that was because people were directly comparing this to Call of Duty, which I think is kind of a mistake really, because it's not like Call of Duty. It's definitely more like Battlefield. There's big maps, things take longer, it's not kind of rush shoot, it's definitely slower paced. It probably takes more skill and more accuracy to kill people. You have to be more patient. I mean, it's not really the sort of first person shooter that I'm personally into. I'm definitely more into Call of Duty, running around shooting, fast paced action like that, but I've actually gotten quite into this game. I do actually quite like it now, so I think those people who are commenting on play.com giving it poor reviews were specifically comparing it to Call of Duty, which it isn't. It's a different game. It's more like Battlefield. If you're into Battlefield, you'll probably quite like this one. That's not to say that Call of Duty Modern Warfare fans won't enjoy this, because I do, and I love those games. But it's different. It's slower paced. It's probably more tactical. You've got to be aware because it's a huge map and there's more people on it, so in theory there could be quite a lot going on, and you've just got to be aware of your surroundings. You'll probably get people that are sneaking around more. There's more nooks and crannies for people to hide in. That's not to say that people camp, because I don't think they really do, unless they're probably a sniper. Like Battlefield, sniping on this game is much more difficult than it is on Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty. Those games, sniping is super easy. Anyone can snipe on those games. This, totally different. Far more realistic. It's just very different. And that's not saying it's good, that's not saying it's bad. In comparison, I like it. I'd hope that people definitely give it a good shot and not necessarily base it just on Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, because it is a different type of game. Obviously it's all modern. It's first person shooter, real world sort of warfare type game, but it plays very different. I think you can see, I mean, the size of this map is pretty big. It's called The Farm. If you were to run from one corner of the map to another, and looking at this map right here, you think this is the middle, this is part of the map, but it actually extends all the way to the edge, which is on the mini-map, is the red section, which obviously you can't even see at the moment because the red section is actually miles over there into the countryside. So it's a bigger map. Obviously most of it is contained within a central sort of area with buildings and terrain and things like that. Anyway, this is Team Deathmatch. What I'm actually doing here is posting commentaries on gameplays where I have done reasonably well. So this game, I do actually play quite well. I'm primarily using an assault rifle class, but at the moment you can see fans of Modern Warfare 2 will recognise it. It's basically a Vector. They actually call it the Super V on this game for some odd reason, but yeah, it basically is a Vector, and as a submachine gun it's very, very good. There aren't as many weapons to choose from on this game as there were on Modern Warfare 2. You know, on Modern Warfare 2 you had 5 different types of submachine gun. On this, submachine guns you've only got 2. Light machine guns on Modern Warfare 2 you had, what was it, 4 or 5? 4 I believe, but on this you've only got 2. Assault rifles, you've got, it's a bit more, I think you get about 5 or possibly 6 on this game, but obviously you had about 7 or 8 on Modern Warfare 2. And snipers, there's 2 on this, where you had 4 on Modern Warfare 2. So you've definitely got less option to play around with when it comes to choosing your weaponry. But to be fair, I mean, it doesn't really matter, you know, you've still got a reasonable amount to choose from. I think it's fine as it is, to be honest. You don't really need many more. I mean, this weapon I'm using at the moment, it seems to be the default assault rifle class, which is the M4. People on Black Ops will be familiar with a semi-automatic M16, and that features on this game. You've also got an ACR, which is on Modern Warfare 2. Unfortunately, there is a massive difference actually between the ACR on this game and the ACR on Modern Warfare 2, in that on Modern Warfare 2 the ACR was really, really accurate, even at long range, although it didn't do as much damage. On this, however, the ACR is actually more prone to recoil. More prone to recoil, does more damage, is less accurate. So it's kind of the opposite as it was on Modern Warfare 2, which is kind of strange. But anyway, it's a powerful weapon. I actually prefer using the M4 because I like more accurate, more precise assault rifles. Obviously, since I've been playing this over the last few days on multiplayer, I haven't really delved much into using the sniper classes. I know that sniping on this is similar to Battlefield in that it's probably more realistic. You certainly can't really go around running and doing quick scoping and no scoping and all that sort of Modern Warfare 2 type stuff on this. Totally different sort of game. To be a sniper on this, you have to be far more patient and restrained, and really when it comes to sniping I don't really get that much enjoyment out of it. So at the moment anyway, I'm just sticking to the assault rifle class and occasionally the submachine gun class. But it's not really affecting my enjoyment because I actually do really quite like using the assault rifle on this. And you know, since when I started playing it, it was totally different, not quite what I expected, and I was pretty poor. But over the last over the last couple of days, I've actually gotten rather good at the game, and my enjoyment levels in it have definitely increased. So, you know, this is just basically a review of Homefront's multiplayer, and I'm trying to show some of the gameplay here, just whilst I'm commentating on the game. And giving an impression for you guys about what it's like, and you know, just in case you might be someone who's doubtful as to buying a new game, you're not really sure about what to get. You may be someone, you've read some reviews, and in particular this game, I'm basing this entirely on play.com, which I use often. It's really, the ratings on there from people who have bought the game is poor, and I think those people who are rating it literally 1 star out of 5, saying it's a terrible game, they're basing it entirely on their perception of Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and I don't think they're really giving it a fair go, to be fair. You know, I'm trying to do this commentary with an open mind, and I'm trying to enjoy this game with an open mind. You know, I love Call of Duty series, as I've said, and this is totally different, but it's not really affecting my enjoyment out of it. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it because it's I love the big maps, the environments are fantastic, and it plays really quite well actually. it does feel clunkier than COD 4, Modern Warfare 2. Those games were completely polished. The game's engine was fantastic, and the movement, the shooting, just everything about your controls and what you do in the game just worked so fluidly and so smoothly. This doesn't feel quite as nice as that. The movement, or just the shooting, things like it feels slightly more clunky, slightly more rigid. But these are minor details, because anyone who doesn't play as many first-person shooters as me would never notice a thing. You know, I play a lot, so my opinions are kind of more refined, and you know, I'm probably being a bit more fussy, but it still hasn't affected my enjoyment out of the game. I think it's probably a bit more realistic, to be fair. Like, your movement's more sort of bumpy, but it would be if you were, you know, running around in real life. So it's not going to be smooth, and I think it's fair that they made it like that. I don't think it's a design fault. I think it's more intentional. Anyway, so yeah, this is Homefront, as I've said, and have been explaining what it's all about. I think I do quite well in this game, and this is basically just showing off for you guys so that you can make an informed and judged decision on whether you would like to buy this game or not. It's essentially a review. It's not much of a gameplay, it's not much of a commentary on the gameplay. I suppose for many of you out there, you won't have played this game, you won't really know much about it, so there's not a lot to compare it to. I'm actually playing quite well, I think so anyway. This is on the map called The Farm. It's team deathmatch. I've got an M4 assault rifle in my hands, and obviously it works similar to Battlefield and Call of Duty. All the main features of modern first-person shooters are there. Your controls are all exactly the same as normal, so you know, you can go in and you can start playing straight away. There's nothing confusing about anything at all. There's different classes and selections you can make prior to joining a game. You can set up you can customize what sort of weapons you have. Basically, you always carry a pistol around with you, but then aside from that, you can choose assault rifle, submachine gun, light machine gun, sniper, and you can also get a downloadable shotgun as well as your primary weapon. So as you can see there, I finished off going 18-6 or something, I believe. Pretty good game. Anyway, so I'm Simbo, and this is Crystal Clear Gaming, and this game review has been Homefront. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope there weren't any pops and knocks throughout this commentary, just like there were in my first one I did on this game. But do let me know if you enjoyed this, if you would like to see some more Homefront gameplay. I will probably be posting some more anyway, but generally speaking, if you want me to do some more, then let me know if you think it's a good option. If you want me to comment on other games, whether it's COD 4, Halo 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, I'll be getting Crisis 2 by the end of the week as well, so all these sorts of games. If you want me to do commentary on those or any other games, just let me know, and I'll put it into motion. Anyway, I'm Simbo, this is Crystal Clear Gaming, and thanks very much for listening.